Last night at midnight, a bunch of news outlets released massive amounts of new information about Galaxy's Edge, the Star Wars theme park opening later this year at Disneyland and Disney World. We'll put out a longer video later about everything covered, but for now I just want to talk about the lore, because Galaxy's Edge is meant to be more than a park experience. It's meant to fit us into the story in several different ways. When we step onto the planet Batuu, we will be entering the time after The Last Jedi shortly before Episode 9. Both the First Order and the Resistance will be there searching for something. We don't know what, but the Resistance seems to think whatever it is will help them defeat the First Order. Their faction is described as still being in a weakened state after The Last Jedi, which makes sense, so I assume they're looking for any advantage they can find. They'll be holed up in some ancient ruins, similar to the Rebel base on Yavin 4. The First Order will have a more established presence, and their forces will be led by the Red Fury, more formally known as the 709th Legion. They're an elite squad that pilot a new type of TIE fighter known as the TIE Echelon. The ship hasn't been seen yet, but is described as a cross between Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer and Darth Vader's TIE Advanced. I imagine the Red Fury is looking for the same thing the Resistance is. As guests, we'll be able to help either side. Using a phone app, we can accept jobs for the First Order or the Resistance. We can intercept and decrypt transmissions. We can slice into surveillance boxes. Or we can remain neutral and take jobs with local gangs, including the notorious Hondo Ohnaka. The recently released book Pirate's Price set the character on Batuu trying to start a quote-unquote legitimate business, and that's where the Millennium Falcon is held. We can help him run a job by holding one of 3 positions in the famous ship: pilot, gunner, or flight engineer. Our performance in the ride, as well as any side jobs we choose to take, will add to our character's notoriety in the park, which will be tracked on the app and used by park employees so they can refer to our specific story so far. The app will also do things like translate Arabesh or even spoken alien languages. The Rise of the Resistance ride sounds very cool as well, but story details are sparse. We'll cover that more in our later video. There will be a cantina run by a crime lord that serves alcoholic and non-alcoholic drinks mentioned in previous Star Wars stories like Thrawn Alliances. There will be in-universe clothing and toy shops. You can build your own droid. Doc Ondar's shop is a black market where you can buy Sith or Jedi relics, including holocrons, and Savvy's Salvage is just a front for secret lightsaber construction for Force-sensitive allies. I'm almost positive that's just an excuse to sell lightsabers to guests, but who knows, maybe it'll play into future storytelling. New Jedi will have to get their lightsaber crystals from somewhere, and by the way, the Kyber crystals you get at the salvage shop will somehow interact with the holocrons from Doc Ondar's. All of this stuff sounds mind-blowing, and reading through these articles there is some crazy attention to detail going on. The original R2-D2's treads were used to create tracks on the ground. Multiple actors and voice actors have contributed their characters to the experience. There will be so much to see and do outside of just the 2 rides. I already know I'm going to be running around with that app desperately searching for Easter eggs. It's already amazing to just be able to see and touch the Millennium Falcon, but the fact that we can step into the actual story is a whole extra level. We'll each get to walk out with our own unique tales of helping the First Order or the Resistance or siding with the scum and villainy. We'll get to feel like we contributed to the saga, even in some minor way, and that is insane to me. But that's about everything we know about the story of Galaxy's Edge so far. Keep an eye out for our longer discussion video coming soon if you want to hear about everything that's been revealed. You can also read those articles for yourself, and I'll put them in the description. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.